Hi everyone, Dean here. Welcome to part 4 of our Introduction to Go series. It's time to look at how we take prisoners now, and before we do that, let's have a quick reminder about liberties. I'd like to draw your attention to the top left stone that's been circled here, and this of course has 1, 2, 3 and 4 liberties, and if we now go down to our unit of 2 stones, these stones share 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liberties. Now of course the corresponding stones on the right hand side of the board are in a rather different situation. This stone on the top right has only 1 liberty, the other 3 being occupied by enemy stones, and the stones at the bottom right of the board have only 2 liberties. Oopsie daisy, like so, 2 liberties. Now what this means is that one of these groups is in Atari. It's this group at the top right here, with only 1 liberty left. If white were able to occupy that liberty, that black stone would be suffocated, if you will, removed from the board and taken prisoner. Let's have a look at how that is done. White plays to occupy that last liberty. There goes the stone, and white has obtained a prisoner. Of course, white's also obtained 1 territory point here. This isn't the only way to score in Go. The prisoners also count towards your score, so in total white's gained 2 points here. One thing to note is that the point now marked at A is now an illegal move for black. If black was to play a stone there, it would immediately have no liberties and be removed from the board. This is a suicide move, and that's illegal in Go. Now what we'll do is we'll just imagine for a second that white didn't take that stone prisoner, and in fact white's going to play here, removing 1 liberty from our group marked with the triangles. Now this of course means that this group only has 1 liberty remaining, so white's now put those stones in Atari. Now we'll capture that on our next move as white. For our move as black, we're going to see what we can do about the stone marked A, to see if we can perhaps rescue it. We rescue it by giving it more liberties, and of course we know to do that by playing stones on adjacent intersections. So black can now play a stone here, connecting these 2 stones together and sharing 1, 2, 3 liberties. Black has now been able to get out of Atari on that top right corner there. White on the other hand is now going to play here, removing those 2 stones, taking them prisoner, not just winning 2 territory points, but 2 points for taking the prisoner as well. Now interestingly, playing here is not an illegal move for black, because this stone has 1 liberty remaining. White can of course show that this black stone is already in Atari, seeing as it only has 1 liberty, and capture it straight away. When white does that, he regains 1 of his territory points before black's invasion, but also because of the prisoner, white has gained 2 points in total, so the point difference hasn't changed there. One last point before we move on: you'll remember now that the point marked at A is an illegal move for black. If black was to play a stone here, it would have no liberties, and that would be a suicide move. There's an exception to this rule, and we'll look at that in the next video.